rally set to kick off.
For the first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense. First and 10, Mayfield. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
Mayfield's pass.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So, CD, this offense, we talked about them all year long. So many dynamic players at the skill positions. A lot of folks thought that they were shoo-ins to make it to this Super Bowl. It proved to be a little bit more difficult than that. But bottom line, here they are with a chance to make history and win a Super Bowl title.
Don't just love watching this happen. Don't just love how we got to here. Because this group, known as the Show Goats, they have put on a show all year long. Remember that Goats is really the greatest of all time, and they're trying to back that up. People are going to remember this name if this team finds a way to win this game. If they lose, they're going to make fun of it. The bottom line is, I love the fact that they put themselves on the line and let everyone know that they believe in their abilities.
At the 28-yard line.
On first down, they drop the throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. He's able to hit muscle as he pulls it in. And he is into the end zone for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
is
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Mayfield to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back. And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up.
He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. Breaks the tackle now, Alley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's
through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They go play action. Mayfield. Over the middle of the backfield. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to... And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So simple math here. Time and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. This is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
Mayfield on play action. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the Now Mayfield lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make it.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley. 37 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, man open, it's Goodwin. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jenkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is.
And a 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out, and this offense continues to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So these two teams will head. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back here in the Super Bowl. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Airing it out, looking for Rick. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll look to throw here. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in the halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense did not look particularly good all game long. Nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 20.
They'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. They're trying. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown, Falcons.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Round 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes over the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
15.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that.
And that's realize how he's getting him. That's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Michael Badgley.
So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Williams to return. He'll get a loose football. And he's got room.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And the Atlanta Falcons are in for the touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will. because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded in the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
He's Goodwin, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they hoped. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Falcons.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
2-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th. Quarter here, you've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. soon for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 46 yards. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 91, Browns 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, I just kept using it.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
It's fans, they pay me. I'll do this for free.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Trying to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield now from the 50. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Now Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in 1 game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded in the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
And his throw here is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw, and it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
46-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. Mayfield lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in the end zone.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 10.
Mayfield down. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. Powering his way forward. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And what a catch that time by Langley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.